The 10th African Women Writers Symposium will be held in Soweto on the 20th of October and in Newtown, Johannesburg on the 26th of October, respectively. There'll be a variety of workshops, discussions and debates on literature. Professor Carolyn Cooper of Jamaica will give the Nadine Gordimer in Memoriam lecture at the Soweto Theatre to kick off the symposium. We're now joined by two participants, Nokwanda Ngombane, whose debut memoir, Who Do You Think You Are?, is featured in the program, as well as performing artist and facilitator Nondumiso Msimanga. Good morning to the both of you. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you.
Good morning. Thank you very much. So I think I'll start with you, Nokwanda Ngombane. Could you tell us a little bit about your debut memoir, Who Do You Think You Are?
So this is a story about my life. And here I'm sharing with the reader where I was born, under what circumstances I was born, who my family is, what shaped me, what stories did I tell myself as I was growing up, how I met my late husband, Nokwanda Ngombane, our relationship, its ups and downs, and what happened to his life, what happened before he was killed, what happened to me, to our children, to my family when he was killed, how we were arrested, tortured by the state, and my depression, how I felt lost, how I lost hope, how I went into the shadows, and how I lost my daughter at 18 when she decided to take her life, and how I found myself to be where and who I am right now. So I share with the reader what tools I used, what helped me, who helped me. And really the objective of me sharing this way is to give the reader a broad view of the complexity of my life, all the layers, that my life is never black or white, and also to demystify Nokwanda Ngombane, the widow in white. Who am I? So who does she think she is? Well, nobody ever asked me that, but I felt that. Thank you.
And Nondumiso, as a performing artist, facilitator, tell us about your role and what we can expect from the African Women Writers Symposium's 10th year celebration.
Hi, Chaba. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you so much to Nokwanda Ngombane for sharing her story, particularly in these ways. Part of what I get to do as a facilitator is to really hold the space for people who are sharing the works that they are busy with. And with the African Women Writers Symposium celebrating its 10th year, it is quite a significant one where we are now looking at a kind of legacy of supporting women's writing, of creating space for meeting and collaboration, and for fostering women's writing being seen and being valued in public spaces. So I will be holding the panel that will be on the 26th, on the last day, And this particular panel will be looking at hip-hop poets who are really people who work in the sector of writing at the very margins. And it's a really significant one because we know that the history of women in writing, and in particularly in hip-hop, is always marginalized, and women are always undervalued and not given their dues as the kind of literary geniuses that they are. So I will be talking to acclaimed hip-hop poet from New York, Tony Blackman, as well as the poet from Cape Town, Eavesdrop, and the poet from Johannesburg, Gigi Lemaine. And we'll be looking at the role of women in influencing urban contemporary music and hip-hop in general.
Fantastic. Ladies, thank you so much for your time and all of the best with the 10-year celebration. That was Nokwanda Ngombane, whose debut memoir, Who Do You Think You Are?, is featured in the program, as well as performing artist and facilitator Nondumiso Msimanga, talking to us about the 10th African Women Writers Symposium that will be held in Soweto on October 20 and in Newtown, Johannesburg on October 26, respectively.